She used to always say, "Suno sabki, pan karo man ki."
And once you visit Oman and you see how
I think you need to have a lot of self-awareness.
The biggest challenge is that people actually are self-doubting.
So I had the opportunity to practice 4 times every week on school time.
The motto is not to be the first Indian or the best Indian.
We do 70% of my sessions for preparing on my strength.
Bhushan, keep the Sports Champ magazine going, because you inspire all of us in school.
That when I played first time for India, it was at the age of 20.
The other thing that's also helped me greatly is like the yoga.
I don't think any sportsman can achieve anything without family support.
Hard work plus courage is equal to champion.
Try to work something on the brand you have.
Strong grassroots training system. I think that will really help our generation.
That, if I can walk around, if I can run around like a normal person, I might as well drive it like a normal person.
The experiences that is being shared on this platform is priceless.
Hats off to you for really encouraging sports in the youngsters.
It's so amazing that Mr. Bhushan, you have taken upon yourself.
So this platforms gives every educators a boost to think.
Hello everyone, welcome to Sport Champ Live Talk Show. I am Bhushan Thakur, founder and editor-in-chief of Sport Champ, a sports education magazine, and your host for today's live talk show. We are happy to start an exclusive series on Indian Sports School, where I'll be having the privilege and honor to interact with top educationists of India who are promoting sports at the grassroots level, their vision, methods, uniqueness, which are inspiring many, and we are hopeful that this exclusive series on Indian Sports School will guide and inspire many educational institutions across India to know the ways and methods applied by top educationists to promote sports at school level. Today we have a very special guest with us, Anisha Sharma ma'am. She is currently heading as principal of Delhi Public School, Siliguri. She has obtained 3 master's degree in English literature, history and sociology, and a degree in B.Ed. She has a rich experience of 32 years in the field of education, where she worked as a teacher first for 14 years and then as a principal of various schools for 18 years. She is not only a dedicated educationist and administrator, but also a renowned and proficient motivational speaker. She has prolifically written many articles for English daily newspaper. She has also remarkably completed her stint as a professional anchor in Doordarshan and Akashvani. She has garnered many awards and accolades for her contribution in the field of education. She has been awarded by the Indian Solidarity Council, New Delhi, and the Rotary Club several times, and Forever Star India Award, and also been bestowed with the Real Superwoman Award by FSIA in 2020. Welcome to the show, Anisha ma'am, and thank you for accepting my invitation.
It's my pleasure. Good morning.
Ma'am, we start with a small challenge in our show, which is, if you have a body of a human and head of an animal, which animal would you pick and why?
Okay, it's always lioness.
Okay.
And as lioness, the king of the forest, I would love to be the king wherever I am.
Fantastic, ma'am. Ma'am, what do you think about this Sport Champ platform and this exclusive series which we have started on Indian Sports School?
See, it is fantastic, awesome, and incredible. Your initiative taken, Bhushan, I really appreciate that. This was literally missing, because parents and we all educationists, even the students, think that only concentrating on academics will help. But at the end of the day, we need to take care of our health and fitness. That comes first before anything. So this Sports Champ magazine will definitely aware the students, the parents, and they will be cautious about their health, their fitness during this COVID. That if you are having a strong immune system, you can survive any disease, any challenges. During these days also, those who were fit and having a strong immune system, they survived. So this is very, very important for all of us. All the parents I have seen throughout my journey of more than 3 decades, I have seen that parents have a mentality of that only concentrate on academics. But many students are there, those who are not interested in academics, and they are more inclined or fascinated towards sports. So people like you and the platform like Sports Jam and the monthly magazine will definitely aware the parents and the students to go ahead in the field of sports, and they can also be the star like you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, ma'am. Ma'am, tell us about your connection with sport. Did you play any sports or liking towards any sport?
Yes, I remember when I was a student. That was the time when, only classroom studies were given importance, and we were not given any platform for sports. But I was fascinated for basketball, and in our school, we were not getting time, only studies, studies, and studies. So in the evening hours, I used to go to stadium and play, and I formed a group there. In that way, I traveled till state level, but after that I didn't get any chance to go ahead. So I like basketball and badminton very much.
Fantastic, ma'am. But ma'am, what according to you are the fundamental benefits of sports to any child, and why someone should play sport?
See, sports, if I talk about, number one, it keeps you fit, which is very important. Your self confidence, your self discipline, your teamwork, your leadership, your acceptance to the failure, which is missing in today's generation. They are not able to face any challenges of the life, or they are not able to take the challenges. So they learn to face failure, which is more important than experiencing success. So many qualities they can develop through sports. They can learn to appreciate the critics. They can learn to congratulate the opposite party. They learn self-discipline. They learn hard working, dedication, teamwork. So many qualities which is very important for a person to excel in their field wherever. So sports helps them a lot. Besides this, it helps in the development, overall development. I should talk about not only physically. If physically you are fit, definitely mental fitness is important. Your spiritual, your social development, every development takes place in the ground instead of classroom. So it's very important, and people should focus. And I appreciate our honorable PM for giving a platform by this Fit India movement, one, and Khelo India. This two he has launched, and all the CBSE school and this school around, they are taking care of this. Due to pandemic, now this is not taking place. And once the students are back in physical mode in the classrooms, definitely will carry on with the Fit India movement.
Fantastic, ma'am, and very well said. But, ma'am, schools plays a very important role in shaping a child's life, and sports plays a very integral role in the same. So, what role you and your institution has designed to promote sports among every child in your school, which can guide many educational institutions across India?
Uh, See, we have physical education classes, we have sports and games on daily basis. Besides this, our all the coaches, they trained our students after the classes are over in the evening hours. So we organize, DPS Siliguri organize SAM cricket tournament every year in the month of January 10th. That is in the memory of, I should say, our late Provisy Surinder Rawalji. So it's inter-school cricket competitions, and we have invited big celebrity like Sandeep Patil and all in that, and many celebrity and coaches, they come, they motivate our students, and our students participate in, and all the schools of Siliguri, they take part in this. It is a huge program every year we organize. And yeah, so we promote sports a lot. Besides that, we also have badminton, table tennis, basketball, all the sports throughout the year. Sports take place, and students excel, and they have been gone to national level, international level also from DPS Siliguri.
Fantastic, ma'am. Good to know that. And as you have already mentioned about the Prime Minister, and as per our Honorable Prime Minister recent announcement, where he has made sports to be a part of the mainstream in all schools of India, do you think this will make some change?
Definitely, it will, because it will change the mindset of the parents, which is very important for parents to understand that they are not going to miss anything. The academics and sports can go simultaneously, and the students inclined towards sports, they can be benefited by Honorable PM's this initiative and movement, and many students can take part and excel and go ahead and make a career in this. Actually, parents think that there is no scope of any career in sports because everybody cannot be Kapil Dev or Sachin. So they don't encourage their students. So through this platform, I want to tell the parents that they should stand beside their child if they are interested to go into this field. And through your magazine, I think, yes, so many viewership you have and the readers you have through this program, you are doing a wonderful job, and I want that it should reach to the maximum people, so that they get to know how we can shine being a sportsman. As you can see, Neeraj and many other who brought laurels to our country. So the scope is definitely there. But once you start the journey in this platform in sports, you need to be consistent. You need to go ahead without losing your moral, and you may face so many failures, but you need to walk on the same path to achieve where you are aspiring to achieve, and definitely you can manifest all your dreams.
Correct. And
Thank
what,
you.
according to you, are the problems faced during promoting sports among the students, and what is the lacuna of many not pursuing sports as a career?
Again, see, many parents, since decades, I know, they think that only medical and engineering is the two area where students can get to good jobs, or at the end of the day they see the packages, or where my child is either in medical earning a lot, name, fame and money, and the same in IIT also. But besides this, there are many career options which they are not aware, and this is because of the career counseling. If we call the counselor, they will never give any importance to this sports. So unless and until that awareness is there, people will not come to know how can they go ahead into this and make sports as a take sports as a career option. So we need to work hard and we need to be persistent. And Bhushan sir, you are doing a wonderful job. Again, I'm telling you, this inviting the educationists on this platform. And if this video, the students are able to go through and they will learn and they will come to know, they can show their parents. And in that way, mouth to mouth, it will go. And through social media is, the fastest platform
Correct.
to showcase and to tell the importance and to aware the audience. So I think this will help a lot, and people will go ahead in this sports ground, I think, as
Correct.
they can go ahead with sports as a career option, I think.
You have spotted a very important point, ma'am. And in those lines, which my next question is also, in studies, the journey is very clear to students and parents, but there is very less clarity on sport journey, as you mentioned, at the grassroots or school level. So what type of sport counseling you feel are required at the school level, which will provide clarity on sport journey and playing the sport for a longer period of a time? And currently, as per our analysis, there is a lack of sports counselor in schools in India who can guide students and parents in their journey of sports, not choosing the sport or what sport you play, but in the journey of sports. So, what do you think about the same?
See, this is very true that we don't have any sports counselor. we need to have, before that, we need to understand in what sports the child is interested in. Unless and until you cannot push any child into anything, that go and play TT, go and play cricket, go and play football. They may be interested in any sports, maybe chess or anything, but nobody is there to guide. Even the parents are not interested during their school days. They might have taken interest in that, after that making career, and they don't go ahead with the interest in. We sit in front of TV and only watch cricket. So fascination for cricket is of course there, but every child cannot be interested in cricket. There are hundreds and hundreds of options in sports field. Unless and until we know where the child is interested, we cannot push them, or we cannot help them to excel in that. So this sports counselor is a good idea. A school should go with this kind of counselor, those who can motivate and understand the interest of the child first, and talk to the child and talk to the parents, and the principal and school leaders can help the child after convincing the parents, and we can support them to go ahead in their interested area of sports, maybe indoor, outdoor, anything.
As it is rightly said in sports that you should not play the sport which you like, but you should play the sport which you are meant for. So the moment you finalize the sport which you are meant for, your chances of excelling in the sport goes up a lot.
Definitely.
Ma'am, in China, as we have seen that they select a sport and do a lot of R&D and start preparing to create champions in that sport. Does such planning and analyzing by a school is possible? On, like, for example, every school has a good infrastructure, but they can't have good infrastructure in all the sports. But they are very much good in particular sport like basketball or football or any one sport. So if they can create more focus on that sports and develop national and international player for that sport, conducting more workshops on that, do you think this adopting one or two sports by one school only, where their infrastructure is good, can help them to excel?
Definitely not. See, first, I should tell you that in schools, yes, we have the infrastructure, and because sports is an integral part of the curriculum, periods are given for sports. But to speak honestly, only one period or 3 periods in a week, if we give to the child, and we think that we'll come to know about their interest, and we can train them, and we can take them to that level, where is district level or state level or national level, it's next to impossible. So we need to work on it, and that is only feasible after the completion of the syllabus. So we need to have extra time. We need to have like basketball ground you can see, but it's not necessary that all the schools are having all other facilities or other infrastructure in the school. So it's very difficult for the students to get a platform, to get the infrastructure, and to get the coaches even. Unless and until they get the infrastructure, they get the coaches, they need the counselor, they need the motivator, they need the support from the school leader, they need the support from the teachers, they need the support from their parents, and the people around, neighborhood or friends. They cannot go ahead and excel and make anything. They will start walking, and after some time they will give up because they will land nowhere. So we need to have a complete curriculum based on sports. And as we have routine for different subjects, we can have routine for sports. And we can, like before any annual function, we choose the students. We should choose the students interested in what sports. And accordingly, we can design, we can help, we can go ahead with the coaching part, and definitely they can reach to the highest level.
Correct.
Uh,
Ma'am, this
any
raises this raises my next question is that as there are report card in studies, what do you think of having a report card system in sports where percentages are giving on various verticals like physical, technical, mental, sports performance, teamwork, and be evaluated every 6 months? That will give a fantastic picture for the parents, for the students to know where they are heading towards and whether they have some scope in the field of sports.
This through NEP, I think students will get more chance to go into sports. They can take music as an option, they can take dance as
Correct.
an option, they can take
Correct.
sports as an option. So
Correct.
NEP is going to give a wider spectrum to the students to come forward. And definitely the way you are saying that we should have a record of every child sports achievement, and if the child will come to know, and if the parents will come to know, and the coaches will motivate them, and they can
Correct.
show all the options to the child, where counseling is again very important role, because
Correct.
they will never believe that leaving the academics aside. In my school, I received so many application of students asking for escaping from any assessment, midterm or pre-board, or they're going to play out, or their coaching is going around. And I always allow this kind of students, and later on we conduct their examination. So it is very important for the school leaders to help the students to excel in this field, where they are, interested to move ahead, and they can bring laurels to the country. So we
Correct.
should always help them, and this kind of report card is definitely awesome, awesome idea to go ahead with. But I don't know whether it is going to be implemented or not. See, talking about is something entirely
Correct.
different from
Correct.
implementing.
Correct.
On a platform we can talk about so many things, but
Correct.
we have to see the practical implication is feasible or not. So we need
Madam,
to have more.
happy to inform you that because of these questions, many schools have starting the report card system, and I've got the mails and details from many principals across that we are implementing this at our school level. After this question was raised, so that was
Okay.
a benefit of this platform for many students and parents too.
We would also go ahead with the same if we get the guidance.
I'll definitely will work on that with you also, ma'am. Ma'am, my next question is, what is the total percentage of girls participating in sports in comparison to boys in your school? And what is the lacuna of less participation of girls in sports? Because we have seen currently from the Olympics, the maximum medal winners are females or the women's category. But if you see the participation of girls at the lower or at the school level or district level is always less. So, can you tell me something about your school? That what is the percentage of girls' participation?
See, I think now there is no field where you can say that females are less and males are more.
Correct.
But yes, in lower level, the girls are not coming forward, as we can see in Olympiad and different field. But girls are no less than boys, I should say, and they
Precisely.
are coming forward. Only we need to push them little,
Correct.
and they need the support from their parents. Sometimes due to their periods or physical changes, hormonal changes, they may hesitate, but they need a proper guidance to go ahead with that, and they can
Correct.
go ahead in this, and they can excel. They can be a star like Sanya and
Correct.
all. Yeah.
So I think that is one of the area which is very much missing in many of the schools which we have observed across India. So, ma'am,
But
my
in
next
our school, females take part. Girls are interested in sports, and we give them enough chance to come forward.
super, ma'am. Ma'am, what system schools follow to upgrade their sports HODs on their skills and knowledge, and how it has been evaluated at certain intervals? Because it has been seen many times that the sports HODs who are taking care of the sports from the years, the same type of knowledge or same type of system is running. So is there any evaluation or the upgradation of those HODs being planned? Because that will highlight or give more importance or skill upgradation to the students also.
See, if I talk about our school, they are getting proper training. We get training from CBSE, we get training from DPS Society. So throughout the pandemic, they went on having so many workshops, so many trainings, so many orientation program. So they are updated and upgraded every time. So I can't say that they are having the same ideas or the same knowledge, I should say. Time and again, they are getting throughout. I receive so many circular from CBC and DPS Society. So all the HODs are trained enough to go ahead with the updated course of training for the students or the sportsmen. So this
Super.
training helps them a lot.
Yeah, that upgradation is very important.
Very
That is
important.
what the point. My last questions are, ma'am, many schools in India having a facility of for mini sports club. Generally, schools get over by 3 p.m. To 4 p.m. and sports training generally starts at from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. So if the school starts renting their sporting facilities on and off the school timing to various top sports academy, so it can become a win-win situation for all schools, sports academies, students, and parents too. What do you think on the same? Is that is a workable model?
I think it depends very much on the management whether they are interested
Correct.
to allow this kind of inside their campus or not. Idea is definitely good, but it depends from individual to individual. Definitely, if we have a wonderful infrastructure, that should be utilized by the other. But I think this idea has not reached to the optimum people, and we haven't spoken, we haven't thought. An idea can change your life, it is said. So unless and until we have this kind of wonderful ideas, we cannot go ahead with the implication of that. After
Correct.
talking to you and after attending this talk show, I have learned so many things which I can think that is going to be benefited, and I'm going to work on it. And my students will be benefited after having a talk show with you, Mr. Bhushan. And
Fantastic, ma'am.
I'll be in touch with you, and let's see how this platform can help DPS Siliguri and help
Yes.
my sports teachers or HODs and the students who are interested to take part in any of the sports.
Currently, I'm trying to help out at least 500 schools across India with their depending upon the sports and what can be done. So I'll be more than happy to do that, ma'am. And my last question to you is: those sports person who are currently playing at district, state, or national level are being supported by the schools, which we consistently see. But what are the supports these sports person are expecting from schools, and what extra step your school take to support them?
See, we allow them, as I told, their attendance matters a lot. If they are skipping the classes, the school leader is permitting them or not. This is very important. And if we are conducting their examination other than the date sheet, that is very important. So the support of the school leader as well as the school coaches is very important. And definitely, I think all the school needs laurels, and they want to be highlighted through this sportsmanship. So I think all the school principals are considering this cases, and whatever support or cooperation is required by the parents and the child, we are ever ready to extend our help to them and our support to them.
Super, ma'am. Because of your help, there can be a lot of Olympians and Olympic medals can come. That is where because they come from schools. And
Yeah,
school
long
plays
way
a
to
very
go.
integral
Long
role.
way to
Yes.
go. I think more of motivation is required. More
Yes.
of workshop is required. We schools never organize any, session related to sports. There are motivational session. There are session related to their subjects, but any session related to sports showing career option or guiding or telling them or motivating them or diverting them towards a sports is missing, I think. So that will definitely help the students to see the bigger picture of this.
Yes. Ma'am, before we log off, what you would like to address to all educationists of India, which will help them to promote sports at school level?
I think the sports for all, and we should spend time in the ground, whether it is a walk or any kind of a sports, whether male or female, irrespective of the gender, of the age, of the post, of the position, anything, irrespective of all, we should be in the ground. And we should keep ourselves fit. Fitness is very important, and people are coming forward after this yoga trainer, International Yoga Day, and Shilpa's video, and many other, Shri or whatever. So people are fascinated if they see that bigger picture and the benefit of it.
Yes.
I know they walk for a certain time, but they are not consistent on it, so they are not benefited throughout their life, because after a certain point of time they leave. Like if somebody is working on losing the weight, after some time they miss out that. If they start walking, after some time they miss that. So consistency is very important. If you're walking for 20 minutes a day, it is good for your health, and you can you will never suffer through obesity, you will never suffer through overweight, which is the cause of all the disease, whether it is BP or sugar or anything. So fitness mantra is very important. I keep myself very fit. I am as active as if 6 a.m. you will see me the same, at 6 p.m. you will see me the same.
Wow.
So fitness is very, very important, and I do take care of my diet and my weight always.
As it is rightly said, ma'am, there are two things which you take: the thought and the food. If those two things is right, your life becomes very good.
Yes, definitely. This is very important. Your diet and your thought. And diet for thought is also very important.
Correct. Super, ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am, for taking out time and agreeing to share your vision, mission, and methods of promoting sports and sportsmen at your school, which will definitely guide many educationists across India.
It is my pleasure, and thanks for inviting me, giving me an opportunity to speak. Though I think I am not the right person to come in this platform and speak about sports, as I should have enough knowledge to motivate the students on sports. And sports is not my forte. I think long back I left sports. Once upon a time I was a player. Today I'm not a player, so I'm not the right person. But yes, I enjoyed talking to you. And if 1% of the viewer are benefited through this platform or through our talk show, it will be great. It will be great.
Yes, ma'am. It will happen, ma'am. We just have to take our steps.
Okay.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you.
My pleasure.
Dear viewers, we will keep on bringing such insightful episodes on Indian Sports School, which will guide many educationists across India and eventually help in promoting sports and sportsmen